everyone, and welcome to Caribbean Championship Wrestling. I'm Rick St. James to bring you an action-packed hour of the best wrestling in the world. If you recall, last week I promised we'd have a brand new host right here next to me, and boy, do we have one. The kid is hot tonight. Come on in here, Ricky Santana. This is your new host also, the World Junior Heavyweight Champion. How you feeling tonight, Ricky?
I'm feeling real good. You know, first of all, let me say it's an honor and a pleasure to be out here with the legendary Rick St. James. I want to say a special hello to all the people across the U.S. and the fans down in Puerto Rico, and a special hello to all those fans in Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, that's great, Rick. I tell you, I feel a little underdressed, but never mind. Why do you say we go to highlights?
Sure. I just want to show these people these highlights right now.
Let's go. Leading off for the Caribbean Tag Team titles, it's Miguelito Perez and Huracan Castillo Jr. against Mr. Pogo and Sasaki-san, the Ninja Express.
And in this action-filled match, it'll be Sabu taking on the infamous Dr. Death.
Up next, it'll be the Wrestling Inquirer with the latest information in the feud between Carlitos Colon and Jason el Terible.
And of course, always, Prophet's Wrestling Class.
Then our main event will be Hangman Bobby Jaggers versus the King, Rufus R. Jones. And now, let's go to our first match. And fans, we're ringside at the Roberto Clemente Coliseum, packed house, to see one of the stellar matches here. The champions at the time of this match were Miguelito and Huracan. The challengers, Mr. Pogo and Sasaki-san, a newcomer, a young man who already has a number of wins under his belt. And Ricky, you can tell us more about that.
That's right. The new Ninja Express, Sasaki-san and Pogo. Sasaki-san has made a great impression here since coming to the World Wrestling Council. And right now, both teams are feeling each other out, being that this is a championship match.
El Profe is the manager, the devious one. El Profe, manager of the Ninja Express. You always seen him ringside shouting instructions, advice, and doing a number of other things, as you know.
Yes, you always have to keep an eye on the Prophet. He's that third man in that ring, if you can consider him a man himself.
Right now, it's Miguelito Perez. Look at the exchange between these two men. Very even, but Miguelito comes out on top. Leg drop now on the arm of Mr. Pogo.
That's it. If you notice, Miguelito and Castillo, they're tagging in and out there, keep moving at all times, trying to slow down this Ninja Express.
Absolutely. The name of the game now, it's Huracan. In there quickly on the same body part, you see. They're punishing that left arm of Pogo.
That's it. The psychology behind that, Rick St. James, is if you can slow down your opponent by utilizing one of his appendages, then you have the advantage at that given point in time.
Well, right now, the advantage is for the Latin connection. Now back on top is Miguelito Profe shouting his protestations. Sasaki-san yet to come in the ring.
If you notice that Miguelito is keeping Mr. Pogo down on the mat, and that's one of the rules of thumb of wrestling, is to keep your opponent on the mat at all times.
And there you see the quick exchange by the Latin connection. Very fast, without a tag even.
And I'm sure El Prophet's screaming to the referee that there was no tag being made, and Miguelito is asking the fans, and of course, they see that there was a tag.
Well, you know, Ricky, El Prophet's men doing a lot of that themselves, so they really can't complain, can they?
That's right. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
You have to take every advantage in a match as important as this one for all the marbles in the Caribbean Tag Team Championship.
That's right. You notice there was a mistake made by Huracan Castillo, giving the opportunity to Mr. Pogo. Oh, beautiful drop kick by Castillo.
There you see the speed. Huracan, both men, hard right. Grabs the left arm once more and back in the ring. A double team. Oh, double shoulders. Down goes Pogo.
There you go. Pogo on the mat. He's unaware for words there. There he goes back to the arm. That's it. Good scientific wrestling, moving, keeping your opponent at ease.
Absolutely. Very fast moves from, I'll tell you, Miguelito and Huracan Castillo right now, you can say, they're two of the best tag team in the world.
Yes, they are, and that's why they are, at this point in time at this match, are the Caribbean Tag Team Champions. You notice that they move with very fluent strides. They're more like a machine. They think as one, and that's what you have to do in tag team wrestling.
And lately, they're looking very sharp. The wrestling gear. Right now, off the ropes. Oh, caught him coming from downstairs, did Pogo.
And here's a chance for Sasaki-san to take the immobilized Miguelito and take advantage of him. But Miguelito's fighting back. He shows that Latin heart, that fire, that temper. And there he goes again. Sasaki-san cutting him off there with a short rake to the eyes. A few savate-type kicks.
Out of martial arts from Sasaki-san. But there's a quick move by Miguelito. Up on the ropes. This very, very fast move. He might have caught him by surprise, as a matter of fact. In tags Hurricane Castillo.
And there he goes. He shoots it. There it is. A big chop and another hit to mobilize the man again. Once again, Castillo back to his man. Never losing track. Big body slam. Big elbow.
Now, Hurricane taking some time. That could be a mistake, but he comes right back on the attack. Starts pounding Sasaki-san. Sasaki-san, one of the young lions in the camp of El Profe. Oh.
Big double elbow.
Royal Academy, he calls it, I believe.
Yes, he does. You notice how Miguelito and Castillo are always tagging in and out. Like I said, that's the key to tag team wrestling there. You have to keep them moving, thinking as one, and be 2 moves ahead.
The fresh man in the ring at all times. And I'll tell you what, this gets a lot hotter for the Caribbean Tag Team title. So, and fans, we're back where the action is. It's Ricky Santana, Rick St. James here on Caribbean Championship Wrestling. What do you think of this match so far, Ricky?
Well, it's been all nip and tuck here. It's a very close match. You know, maybe the fans don't realize how important the Caribbean Tag Team Championship is, but if you can capture that championship, you are becoming a major contender for the World Tag Team Champions, which are currently Danny Dan Crawford and Tom of the Island.
I understand you and Rufus would like a shot at either the winners of the Caribbean or the World title.
That's right. You know, there's a lot of tough tag teams here in the World Wrestling Council, the Batten Twins, Carlito Colon and TNT. And me and Rufus will take on all challenges, and hopefully we'll have that opportunity.
Well, the King coming up later on in the program. Stay tuned for that. But right now, it's a rough battle in there. Mr. Pogo, a number of chops, and now it's a double team. There's Sasaki-san getting in. Oh, missed. And Miguelito on the rampage. Off the ropes. Oh, big drop kick. Nails Pogo.
You know, Pogo, he's sitting there. He's at a loss right now. I think with that drop kick, they put him in the next time zone. Tag off to Castillo. Castillo continue to work on that arm. Shoots him off. Big knee. That'll definitely ring your bell.
And a little bit for Sasaki-san in the corner, too. And I'll tell you, Hurricane came in a blowing that time, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and he cleaned house. And right now, he's got Pogo at his advantage. He's got him on the mat, and that's where you want to have him.
Side headlock. Tags off Miguelito. One important feature of this tag team is that they're both sons of fantastic wrestlers of yesteryear in their own right.
That's right. They're second-generation wrestlers, and I'm sure that their fathers taught them everything about wrestling there is to know. And right now, Miguelito looks like he's down and out. But if I know Miguelito, he's going to come up firing, because I know that Latin temper and keeps you moving at all times.
There's a kick by Pogo. Reverse kick, and I know that Latin temper is what you're all about in the ring, Ricky.
Yeah, sometimes it's beneficial, and sometimes it makes you get in trouble because you second-guess yourself and do things you didn't really want to do because you're not really thinking.
But you can't change your style or you're in trouble. Right now, Sasaki-san, great scoop slam.
Castillo in there. He had to take care of his partner there on that power slam. You know, those kicks that Sasaki-san will give you, they can definitely put a hurting on you, them savate-type kicks. Them Orientals are very fluent in that. They're taught at a very young age.
Now, that's what I'm thinking. Hurricane saved them, but look at what he saved them for. Sasaki-san really teeing off on Miguelito.
Those knife-like chops, they'll definitely put some hurting on you.
Knife edges now off the ropes. Uh-oh. He missed. He was a little too eager. He missed the drop kick. And now Miguelito has the upper hand. Hard right to the face. Wow. He drove him down to the mat.
That had definitely rearranged Sasaki-san's nose. Well, there he goes. He anticipated the move. Sasaki-san read it and took fullest advantage that he could on that.
Now it's a seesaw battle. And Sasaki-san back on top, back in control for a second. It seems like this match is going back and forth. El Profe might be concerned at this point.
So like I said before, both these teams are tough. And great move by Miguelito, the drop kick.
Look
Mr.
at the
Pogo.
up. And now he's going after Sasaki-san, which is the legal man. That's a good question at this point.
I think the referee doesn't even know who the legal man is at this point in time with all the action, the way it's going in and out of this ring.
Profe says, well, throw him outside there. And they always obey El Profe, don't they?
Yes, they do. I think he's their mentor and their master, and they respect his wishes.
Right now, Miguelito trying to recuperate that double team. Being helped there by his partner, Huracan.
You know, sometimes that's a blessing in disguise when you're out there on the floor. It lets you give a chance to get your senses back to recuperate and maybe think of a counter.
Well, right now, he's going to have to counter the sleeper hold there. Applied by Mr. Pogo, one of the masters. And you can wave bye-bye sometimes with this one.
Yes, you can. You can count the lights once they put this on. You know, Mr. Pogo, like you said, is the master of the sleeper. And I think he's got Miguelito right where he wants him right now. Miguelito's trying to fight it, but them lights are getting real dim, and it looks like it could be curtains for him.
Miguelito definitely trying to get to Huracan. Now he's down on his knees.
So like I said before, it looks like Miguelito's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mr. Pogo taking advantage of Miguelito, who had been beat upon for a while by both Sasaki and Pogo, and now he's to his feet, remarkably.
He's still got that fight, and that's that desire, that's that want. When you're in there for the gold, you put out all stops. You go to, there's nothing left.
Very surprising. Miguelito's still on his feet. Right now, you got to wonder if the sleeper is applied perfectly well. Oh, there's a tag.
There's a tag.
In comes Huracan, but it looks like the referee didn't see it.
No, he didn't see
and
it.
oh my, look at the other corner. Sasaki-san comes in, double teaming, goes up to the second rope. Big elbow drop right on Miguelito's face.
That's it, and you know, he's taking the toll from that sleeper. Big suplex. Sasaki-san with the cover there.
Huracan comes in the nick of time. And now it looks like Sasaki-san with a power driver. No!
Miguelito
blocked by Miguelito. Twice now. And over the back. Roll up by Sasaki-san, and very dangerous action there. Miguelito could have been close. Getting his back pinned. Now he's pinned against the corner, the wrong corner.
And there comes Pogo again, kicking at those extremities. He's always moving. You notice Mr. Pogo's always up to something. You can never trust him.
Train wreck now. Both men go down. I think that Mr. Pogo missed his golden opportunity.
Yes, he did. Now, as you can see, Miguelito's coming to his feet. You can hear the roar of the crowd. Sometimes it's like an adrenaline. It's like a rush. It keeps you moving.
And there Miguelito dives for the tag. In comes Huracan, teeing off on Pogo in the corner. Over with Sasaki. He's a man of fire now. Uh-oh. Double headbutt.
As you can see, Castillo's taking it to him. He's cleaning house. He's kicking butt and taking no names here. There you go. Big elbow.
Both of the Ninja Express are in trouble now. All four men in the ring. Everything's broken loose here. It's for the Caribbean Tag Team title. And let's see who's going to come out on top. Drop kick by the Lent Connection. Out of the ring go the Ninja Express. And Profe is beside himself outside the ring.
Yes, he is. His team is at a loss right now. They've bailed out. They're taking a siesta break, if you might say so. They're trying to get their thoughts together, trying to figure out what they can do with Castillo and Miguelito.
Right now it's Castillo. Front face lock suplex into the ring comes Pogo. And now look. Oh no, 1, 2, 3. Oh, with Profe holding the leg of Huracan Castillo.
I don't know if the fans could see that, but El Profe had Castillo's leg there as he tried to kick out, and they held him down for the 3 count. I think they got shortchanged on that one.
Absolutely, Ricky. I tell you, Profe He's a manager, and he manages to get his men on top.
I'm telling you, it's an injustice. That man should be barred from ringside. I can't believe they're going to let this happen.
Wait a second. Ricky Vargas, another Ricky inside the ring now. He says, oh, he's explaining to Vikingo.
He's explaining what happened. That's great. I'm glad to see that another referee was watching that this injustice wasn't going to happen. He's telling El Vikingo that El Prophet was indeed holding his leg for the 3 count.
So that means that Miguelito and Castillo are still the champions. But I tell you, Pogo and Sasaki-san would have their day a rematch for this title.
Yes, they will, and I'm sure that they've be ready for all challenges that come forth.
Okay, fans, we'll be right back with lots more action.
Guys, this match is very interesting simply because these two gentlemen here are going at it tooth and nail, especially this young Sabu. He's up and coming. He's a fighter. He'll stop at nothing to get a victory. I know the feeling. I was that way when I first got into professional wrestling. I took on all comers, and he's going to have a tough one here with this Dr. Death.
Absolutely. El Profe, the mentor of Dr. Death, has taught him every dirty trick in the book.
Yes, he has. You know, and he has the advantage by wearing that mask, believe it or not, because Sabu doesn't have the ability to read his face to see if his opponent is in pain or not.
I'll tell you, Sabu, a young man who would dearly love to beat Dr. Death, be a feather in his cap, and a stepping stone in his career.
Yes, it would be. You know, many of the fans out there don't realize that when you have that desire and that want, that you just sacrifice everything you got to achieve those goals.
I'm sure you recall a lot of the matches you had, springboarded your career into championship caliber.
Yeah, I'm still feeling a few of the knots and the lumps on my head I got on the way up, too.
Absolutely. Right now it's a side headlock. In the prone position, Dr. Death, and I tell you, I'm very surprised that Sabu has taken the offensive so quickly.
Yes, he has, but Dr. Death is no stranger to the wrestling wars. I'm sure he's just laying out playing possum if I know Dr. Death like I do.
Big shoulder block by Sabu. Over the top. Goes for hip toss, but an elbow smash. Now a knee by Dr. Death, more than even the battle.
Yeah, like I said before, this Dr. Death is one tough competitor. He didn't get the name Dr. Death by just laying around.
Well, he's got size advantage definitely on Sabu. And right now, Sabu's mounting a comeback. Look at the chops, hard rights. Irish whip, followed up by the clothesline, and Dr. Death is looking for a tag, and there's nobody home.
There's nobody home. He's looking for a way out. He's used to tag team wrestling, but hey, it's a whole different game out there when you're in singles competition, and I think he's finding that out. And like I said, this Sabu, he's fired up. He's ready to take it to him tooth and nails.
You're on your own like a rolling stone. And right now, it's Dr. Death gaining the advantage with the armbar.
As you can see, that Dr. Death had to slow Sabu down because he had the momentum going, so he had to pick out a part that he could slow down. And a great reversal by Sabu. So he's thinking 2 moves ahead there, Rick St. James.
Absolutely, and Ricky Vargas right on top of things. And there's the wrist lock now by Sabu.
He's putting pressure on that wrist and forearm and elbow joint. There he goes to locking it in, to having control over his man. And Ricky Vargas, the excellent referee that he is, he's asking Dr. Death if he concedes at this point in time.
Well, right now I think Sabu's got to be a little more offensive, a little more vicious in there, because you're going up against the likes of Dr. Death. And you really have to do something to win the match. He's not going to, let you run over him.
I agree. He's no walkover. He's no piece of cake. And like you said, Sabu has to take it to him. He's got to show him that he's ready to fight. And there he tried to shortcut him there, but Sabu was smart enough to block him and get right back on him. That's it. Don't hesitate. Stay right on him. It looks like he knows a few martial art things. Maybe TNT showed him a few things.
There we see a little bit of the youth coming out there. Should have followed up very quickly. Maintained the aggressive nature that he had built up.
That just shows that Sabu was a little hesitant. Maybe that, like you said, is the inexperience.
Sabu now trying to get out of this. And there it is. No sooner said, but hey, Dr. Death, as if he didn't have a big advantage, grabs him here.
That's it. It seems like he's already had the height and the weight advantage. He's got to stoop to other means. It's amazing to me how some wrestlers can just go out there and do that, but I guess you have to do what you have to do to win.
Well, the fans know who they are, too. I tell you, they don't like the tactics, and they let them know.
Yes, they do, and that's part of being a fan, I think.
Sabu right now is trying to find an escape. But he better talk to Rufus R. Jones, a master of escapes. Will be coming up next in our main event. But right now, it's Dr. Death controlling this match, you can safely say.
He's got that side headlock, you know, he's putting pressure on the temple area and on the neck, and he's slowing young Sabu down. He's trying to bring him to the mat. He's trying to keep him under control, but, you know, the fight and desire is still in the young man, and he's still going at it, and I have to give him credit with that.
Rough up your ears, too.
But yeah, may end up giving you a few cauliflowers.
Yes, you can be hearing bells that aren't ringing. Right now, Dr. Death, couple of chops, couple of knees, and just a roughhouse tactic. No wrestling from Dr. Death, but I'll tell you, I know that Sabu's feeling it.
Yes, you can. When them 300-pound ham hocks come flying across your back area, you're definitely going to feel it.
And now it's a top face lock. Dr. Death showing some speed now, but he gets caught by Sabu. Looks like a little bit of Indian action there.
But if you notice there, Dr. Death knew that Sabu was getting the momentum going once again, and he bailed out. He's taking his time. That shows a little bit of a veteran in him.
Yes, sir. Mark of an experienced pro. And that's what they have in a marquee, professional wrestling.
Now he's thinking it over. He's deciding what he needs to do. Like I said, when you're in wrestling, you have to think 2 moves ahead.
You see now what he's doing. He's riling the crowd.
And he's also buying time. I know he's out there. He's getting his wind back. He's reprogramming. He's trying to slow Sabu down. He's taking his time. He knows he's got that 20 count out there. He's a veteran.
I'm sure that he's trying to distract Sabu in some fashion. The quicker that he can get the 1, 2, 3, the happier he's going to be. You never want to get upset by a youngcomer.
No, you don't. You never want to have that notch in the loss column, especially by an up-and-coming young wrestler like Sabu himself.
Trying to take all your glory. Dr. Death certainly earned his place here in the World Wrestling Council. Right now he's trying to take down Sabu, who's very surprisingly been up to par in this match so far. Let's see how it goes. A little overconfidence in the Profes part.
Yes, he has. You know, he's usually out there handling his men, but I guess he has enough confidence in Dr. Death, or maybe he underestimates Sabu not to be the caliber of wrestler that he really is.
That could be a mistake. Ricky Vargas Benitez, I believe.
Yes, it is.
I'm sure he'll let me know if I'm not right. Irish whip. Misses with the chop. Sabu now on the offensive.
He's throwing haymakers right and left.
Sabu's letting it all hang out.
He's not pulling anything back, and that's the way you got to be. Stay on him there. There you go.
Grabs the mask into the turnbuckle. Follows him up into the corner. A little bit of martial arts action. In comes Sabu, couple of chops. And now Sabu ripping apart that chest. Oh, mistake there. Very quick, Dr. Death. Look at that move, Ricky.
Yes, that power driver right there, that could be all for Sabu. Yes, it is. Like I said, the inexperience of the young wrestler didn't pay off here, and Dr. Death is your victor with the power driver.
He rung his bell, fans. Up next is the Wrestling Inquirer. We're back. The Wrestling Inquirer tonight takes us to action last week in Carolina. A very important match for two titles. The TV title held by Carlitos Colon and the Caribbean Championship held by Jason. There you see Carlitos Colon with his famous figure 4 leg lock on Jason the Terrible.
It looks like Carlito Colon has got him right where he wants him, and once again, Cheeky Star makes his presence be known by using a foreign object to render Carlitos Colon senseless at this point.
Looked like brass knuckles, and he knocked Carlitos into next month with that hard right. And there you see the effects on Jason. He can barely get up. His leg is visibly punished. Look at him.
You can tell that this match is taking its toll both on Jason and Carlitos Colon at this point.
Oh, look at the face. Look at the mask. Right, doing the damage right on the face of Carlitos.
That's right. Carlos's face is a crimson mask right now. He's bleeding profusely, and Jason has the advantage at this point. He's injured. You can tell he's nursing that leg. He needs to get it moving here. Carlos, he's being picked up. He's slammed. I know that jars every bone in the body. Jason, as you can see, is hampering that leg. He must have had it injured from that figure 4. Carlos is bleeding profusely from where Cheeky Star has hit him with the foreign object. Jason's going to the top. Cheeky's giving him the instructions. Carlos is laying prone in the prone position.
Carlos is out of it. Oh, my. That's got to be. And there you see, fans, the new television champion is Jason the Terrible, adding that to the Caribbean Championship, but he's in bad shape.
Yes, he is. You know, he's hurting. He may be the champion, but he may have won the battle, but the war is not over. I'm sure Carlitos Colon is not done yet.
And fans will be back with lots more action after this.
James, in care of Caribbean Championship Wrestling, P.O. Box 8900, Santurce, Puerto Rico 00910. Keep those letters and cards coming because I read them all personally.
That's right. All our stars do here on Caribbean Championship Wrestling. And 2 of those stars are up next in our main event. One man who was a friend of yours, and one man who was a partner of mine, as a matter of fact, Hangman Bobby Jaggers in his farewell to Puerto Rico, as it were.
Yes, you might say that, but you know, Rufus, the king of wrestling, R. Jones, you know, he's always got a few surprises here and there, but I'm sure Bobby Jaggers...
Good times, to say the least, Ricky.
Yes, it is. Yes,
well, let's go ringside to our main event. And there is a cowboy, Kansas, thereabouts, a scarf. You know him as Hangman Bobby Jaggers.
Yeah, but I see my main man, Rufus R. Jones, is out there. He's going to take it to him. It's going to be a 2-6er from the start.
Look at that man go. Hard right from Rufus R. Jones with his crown on his head. The match hasn't even started officially. Unless you know something I don't, Ricky.
No, but the king is taking it to him. He's not waiting. He's just setting Bobby on fire right here. The crowd's going crazy. And Rufus R. Jones hitting with them big bones of his. He's pumped up. He's ready to move. Big elbow. Bobby decides he's better up on the floor than in the ring.
Jaggers doesn't know where he is, if he's coming or going. And there's the man that's causing it all. A fan's favorite. Good times, Rufus R. Jones, alias the Kick.
You know, Rufus R. Jones, he's a veteran in his own right, but I know Bobby Jaggers like the back of my right hand. He's a devious, sneaky individual, and Rufus has got to be careful because Bobby will come from all corners. You know, that's one thing about Bobby Jaggers. You can say he's a tough cookie, a wrestler throughout, but most of all, he'll do anything to win.
Well, as a matter of fact, featured on the cover of Superstars Wrestling magazine is a picture of big battles against Bobby Jaggers.
Like I said, Rick St. James, me and Bobby Jaggers are no strangers, and he's one tough cookie. So Rufus R. Jones, heed warning, keep your eyes open.
Elder King, the referee right now. He's watching Good Time in action. Look at those double punches. And the moves, I tell you.
That Rufus R. Jones has got more moves than I've seen any man in professional wrestling. And right now, Bobby Jaggers wished that he wasn't in the ring with Rufus R. Jones.
Well, I'm sure you're right from the looks of it. Jaggers not off to one of his faster starts.
I think Bobby's looking for a way out. Jaggers is uneasy with himself, and here comes Rufus again with that big suit bone of his. I bet you he's feeling that tomorrow, the next day, and next week.
Down goes Jaggers. 2 count. Jaggers manages to get out of that pinning predicament.
Barely, though, barely. Rufus is on the attack here. He's got the offense going. Bobby Jaggers is begging for mercy.
I think Jaggers is dizzy myself.
Very obvious he doesn't know where he's at right now. He's been hit with so many rights and he's begging for a left.
Look at that shake, right, and roll by Rufus R. Jones.
King is fired up. He's ready to go tonight. He's going to take it to Bobby Jaggers.
He's got all his fans in his corner as well. Up there's fast Eddie Grice, ringside as always. Flashing away his camera. Meanwhile, it's a Mexican standoff now.
Rufus is just being a little bit leery there. He wants to see what Bobby's got up his sleeve there.
Jaggers wants the power move because he's got that weight behind it.
Oh, well, Rufus R. Jones is no slouch either. He's a big man. He carries his weight very well.
Apparently, Jaggers hasn't got a strategy as of yet. He better get one soon. It might be too late. Look at the hard rights and lefts coming from, obviously, a boxing background in Rufus R. Jones.
Yeah, Rufus has done a little bit of boxing in his day, as you can see, and Bobby Jaggers wishes that he was somewhere else right now. He's hanging on that corner for dear life.
On the top rope now, Jaggers in bad shape. And so far, it's been all Rufus.
Yes, it has. I think in this Pier 6 brawl, Rufus R. Jones would fight a buzzsaw, and I'd give him the first 2 rounds.
Well, how confident do you feel going into your tag team battles with Rufus?
Well, Rufus is one heck of a partner, and he's very confident. And with that headbutt, the way he uses it like that as an extra weapon, there's no way we can be beat.
Well, I'll tell you, he's got an awfully hard head. It's hard to... If you try to punch him, you might break your hand on that head.
As Bobby Jaggers has already seen. Oh, shortcut of Bobby Jaggers. I told you about that, man. He'll come from all corners.
I don't know if you noticed, but he waited for the exact opportunity. Rufus turned his head just slightly. There he is.
That's what makes Bobby Jaggers what Bobby Jaggers is today.
Dangerous.
Sneaky individual.
Now he's going downstairs to the midsection. And I saw a little bit of, look at the jab. Oh, my. He's trying to do his Muhammad Ali. But I don't know if he's got the ability of a Rufus R. Jones in the punching category right now. Doing pretty well. Rufus staggered. Uh-oh. He blocks. Hard right. Heads back to the jab in the eye.
There you go. Bobby Jaggers once again scooping down into his bag of tricks, digging down deep. Look at that mud on Bobby Jaggers. Only a mother would love that face.
He grabs the hair of Rufus. And he's breaking, well, he's a rule breaker, Ricky. What else can you say?
Oh, you can't say. I can verify for that.
Now, draped over the second rope is Rufus R. Jones. And it's on the attack for Jaggers.
See, Bobby's making one mistake there. Jaggers, you should be on top of Rufus R. Jones because he's not going to be just sitting there in a prone position for too long a time if I know Rufus R. Jones.
Jaggers of Jayhawk fame in control. And fans, we will be back in a minute.
Well, fans, we're back with the main event in which the king of wrestling, Rufus R. Jones, is taking on the Hangman Bobby Jaggers, and the Hangman is in control. And Rick James, that's where he loves to be, in control.
Right now, he's got control of the windpipe of Rufus R. Jones, and he's choking him, Bob.
That's a blatant chokehold, and he's hiding it very well from the referee over Kingo. And Rufus R. Jones is a little slow moving at the junction right now.
Hey, Bobby's got an innocent look on his face, but don't let that fool you. He's one despicable character inside that ring.
I can verify that because I've wrestled against the man many a time, and like I said before, he'll stoop at anything to win.
Well, I actually saw him hang you from outside that rope once.
Yes, he will. He'll hang you, he'll kick you, he'll bite you, he'll do anything. He'll try to poke your eyes out. That's just the type of athlete Bobby Jaggers is.
I've got a reverse chin lock on Rufus. And I'll tell you, Rufus has slowed down. He had a very fast beginning. I think he might have worn himself out initially. He's trying to get a second win.
Yeah, I think Rufus R. Jones is playing possum. I know Rufus R. Jones very well, and he's just waiting for Bobby Jaggers to make that one fatal mistake. And look out, people, Rufus R. Jones is going to explode.
In the meantime, it's Jaggers. And I'll tell you, Jaggers is in control, but the fans sense something. They're cheering their favorite on, the King. Let's see if he can come back. A couple of punches to the kid. Oh, there it is. Now he's out of the hole. Oh, train wreck. Rufus known as a freight train, but this one caught him unawares.
That's it. You know, Rick St. James, both of these men are way over the 260-pound mark, and when they hit, it's like two trains colliding. One of them's got to go down, and in this case, both of them go down. Bobby Jaggers, you see his feet at first, but there he goes.
A haymaker by Rufus R. Jones. Comes back with a chop, and now looks like he's hearing some music that we don't hear, because he's on a roll.
That's it. He's rocking and rolling. He's strutting and strolling, and Bobby Jaggers definitely doesn't know where he's at. He just got hit with one of them big old headbutts. Rufus R. Jones wreaking havoc.
I think Jaggers is ready to fall flat on his face. Go. One. Oh.
Near fall there, near fall. Rufus R. Jones got to keep it going, He's got to stay on Jaggers, because Jaggers is double tough.
Elbow smash right on the jaw. 1, 2. There's something left in Jaggers.
I told you that Jaggers is a fighter. He don't quit.
Oh, now he catches Rufus coming in. Big knee, elbow smash. Now, this could be it the other way, but no. Rufus, a lot of fight left in him.
He shows you what kind of character Rufus R. Jones has. He's still fighting. Oh, reversal there.
Leapfrog by Jaggers. Clothesline. Oh, my.
That just shows the ability of Bobby Jaggers to go to the aerial attack when he has to.
Oh, the leg is on the ropes. There could be no 3 count. Jaggers thinks he's won the match.
That's Bobby's first mistake. Rufus R. Jones, the smart wrestler that he is, goes in behind. 1, 2, 3. There it is.
Oh, comeback by Rufus R. Jones, the King, who wins this match. And fans, we'll be right back. Well, Ricky, what about this program we have for the fans tonight?
It's very exciting, and you'll always see the best in professional wrestling here on Caribbean Championship Wrestling.
Well, I bet you you don't know what's coming up next week.
Bet you I do. I bet you I do. It's a coal miners match with $5,000 tied atop of the pole, which is 15 feet in the air, and a whole bunch of wrestlers going after that money.
So Battle Royale, what wouldn't you do to get up there and get that $5,000? Too bad I'm not a wrestler. I would have gone for it, I'll tell you myself. Along with that, we'll have the Wrestling Inquirer every week.
Every week.
So fans, don't miss it.